All right, welcome back once again, Drew People's Collectibles. We're jumping right into an Avatar draft here, the premier draft. So our record, as of the past three, at least the past three that I can remember, we did a 0-3. That was, oh my god, that was disappointing. Then did a 6-3 after that. That was quite nice. I recorded that video and then my mic died like after the second round. I think it was like near the end of the third round. I figured it out. So that was kind of disappointing because that was actually a pretty good video. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so a sacrifice or an aristocrat kind of strategy. I like that. Abandoned Air Temple is really fucking good too. Like, this is not going to come back around. But I mean, we're going to start with the creature that's a ton of value that gives us our two colors right out of the gate. Now, definitely the land was a much safer bet because it also doesn't constrict us to which colors we're using. But I've been starting with. I mean, obviously we're going to choose. I'm not even going to read it yet. It's an Orzhov card. It's obviously going to be like a signpost card. When this enters, create a clue token. All right, sacrifice another permanent. So yeah, sacrificing clues count. Sacrificing permanents. Whenever you sacrifice permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Is this an ally too? Okay, damn. I was like, if this is an ally too, then I mean, obviously we can still lean into it, but you don't want to split your pot too much if things don't naturally synergize together, right? So we could have a bit of an ally theme, but right now, I mean, we want to mostly just focus on the sacrificing of permanents kind of ability. Yeah, that's not gonna do. Choose target creature. Excuse me, princess. Okay. Okay, interesting. So basically, this is a 2-mana Earthbend 4 with the downside of any creature has to die in order for this to happen. So if it's sacking your own, I mean, speaking of sacking your own creature, you're going to choose a creature that is able to sacrifice itself. Oh, this would be great with damn, what's his name? There's like the Zookeeper, the green Zookeeper. And he would give this guy +4/+4, make him a 5/5/1. That's pretty nutty. But anyway, back to the point. Earthbending for 4, 2-mana instant Earthbending for 4 is crazy. So there's the condition of a creature has to die, and it's a target creature. So there's a lot of ways that it could go wrong and the spell just fizzles. But the upside of being able to get a 4/4 or putting 4 counters on a guy that you already Earthbend, which, to be honest, for Orzhov, so that's probably one of the only Earthbending abilities we're going to have. Let's see. He made Waterbend 4. Oh, yeah, obviously it is. Okay. Oh, there's a white card that Earthbends as well. I want to do that because that's common. We're going with the uncommon, just because greater chance of this popping up again. Whereas this guy, because he's like, well, I mean, technically we already saw 2 of these, but still, this is also more specific, right? You need to be playing white and black. This can be black or red, or any deck that has black or red, or a good consistency with either of those 2 colors. Because obviously, if this was like a splash of black, then you know, in a white deck, then yeah, we could not play that card right there. Okay. And another cool thing about Earthbending, obviously, is this guy almost helped me win a game, and then he ended up not doing that thing. And part of me feels like it's... No, let's do the Sun Cycle. What was I talking about before I just went completely ADD? Oh, Earthbending with an Aristocrat strategy. Remember, Earthbending, if it dies or goes in exile, the land does come back to play under your control, right? And that includes, and this is something I kept forgetting, I think the last time I played, was these lands right here. 4 tap, sack this land, draw a card. If that is an Earthbending creature, then you can use that ability, and then it comes back as your land. So that is a neat interaction to keep in mind. Because, you know, just Earthbending one on one of those lands, and then sacking it to draw a card, and then it comes back, so you can, you know, sack it to draw another card, or you can Earthbend one. Again, if you have one of those repeatable, like Topes or something, then, yeah, it's just unlimited card draw, which is super duper powerful and limited, obviously. Okay. Bit expensive, but he is a way to let us sack our creatures. We don't really... Well, we have this guy, but we don't have a card that lets us just be able to sack it. I'm gonna put him away for now. He's in our colors, but I feel like that's a little underwhelming. We're not really doing anything with one. We're not focusing in on 1/1 counters, right? Now he can give himself 2 1/1 counters and then give himself menace. So I mean, you know, late game, putting him down in the next turn, he's a 5/4 menace. I mean, that part's pretty nice, but I just feel like we're gonna have better things. And I do quite like this card. And we're gonna have to be careful with our mana here, because we're gonna get screwed if we draw one of these and we don't have the other color, and then we're just sitting ducks. We're also gonna need more cheap removal. We don't have actually any removal at the moment. Okay, speaking of the devil, I mean, that's technically removal, I guess. Oh, that's fucking nasty as shit. Yes. Oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that. Got quite a few rares in this pack. All right, he was in the last one. Okay, that's a pretty decent little ability. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Avatar, we'll get back to that in a bit, but I feel like that's pretty crazy. I don't think we're going to be doing a shrine thing. Ooh, between that and Razor Rings. Like I just said, I don't have any removal, but this guy does everything we want. Like, when he dies, you get a clue token, which then you can sacrifice that. Now, again, we don't have any outlet to let us sacrifice our own thing, but I mean, still, this can really pop off. We're wanting to keep a lower curve on things. We might do 16 lands. I'm probably still gonna do 17 just because there's stuff over here and stuff like Avatar's Wrath. That's crazy. That is crazy. And the fact that we can do this pre-combat, right? So I can choose my big guy, get rid of everything else, hit my opponent, and then if they only had like 1 or 2 cards in hand, like they're still sitting ducks the following turn, you know? And now I'm even more glad that I chose the plane cycling guy here. We're having some fairly constrictive cost, right? Like 2 black, 2 white, 2 white. Well, yeah, I'm counting himself, even though he's plane cycling card first and foremost. Now, this is an example. Yeah, I want the uncommon because that's probably not coming back around, and it works perfectly for a strategy. But we need the removal card. We definitely need the removal card. And we can argue if pacifism is actually, if this was just pacifism, I mean, I would say removal card with some liberties, but you are able to, pay 5 and permanently exile their thing at some point. So, yeah, that is way too conditional. I do like this guy because he helps me sacrifice my stuff. I do need one of these, but again, we tried to prioritize the uncommons when possible, except when it's a common that is just so good that, obviously he's not going to come back around. And that is another thing to keep in mind, right? Like, this is only a common, but if anyone else is playing white, they're, prioritizing picking this. So the chances of that actually coming back around is not super strong. Yes. Another cheap card. It is able to sacrifice itself. So if I need to do some shenanigans like Pim, yeah, and that triggers that as well. What's he do? Yeah, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. That's pretty fucking crazy. And firebending too, so I can sack a clue token with that. Ooh. That might be too conditional. I feel like I already have Avatar's Wrath. I don't really need another card like that. I don't know. If I didn't have Avatar's Wrath, I feel like for sure, and that could be a really good card, but I want more targeted removal, and then I do that. That's pretty good. That's way too expensive. It's a tough choice. Like, I feel like I want more plane cycling, but I mean, I need more of this cheap stuff too. I don't think I'm actually going to play more than one of these. These aren't like the Lord of the Rings ones where they're 1 mana, which I don't think they're going to do that again anytime in the future, because it's definitely too good. We're already... We don't have to make cuts yet, but I mean, we still have an entire another pack, so I'm sure there's going to be other cards that I'm putting in here. I wanted to do the shrine, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think I'm actually going to put that in the deck. But if we get something that there's more payoffs for like allies or something, who knows? That's not really good. Yeah, let's kill him. Oh, yeah, there we go. Another one of those. All right, we'll keep that in there. There you go, yeah. Beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2, and there's the other one that Earthbends 1. So those with, like, yeah, the sacrifice lands, really cool. Okay, way too conditional. Yeah. Yeah, that can spiral out of control. This also seems halfway decent because it helps us filter our shit. I think I'm actually going to do this because it's going to help us with filtering our shit. It is removal. I was kind of sleeping on that earlier. We did say we wanted one of these. No, that's probably going to come back around. I mean, we saw a second Tolls of War, so I find it hard to believe that someone else is also Orzhov. Yeah, it's hard to spec on those lands because there's so many times that I've seen them come back around, you know? Okay, let's do that. Okay. Swamp cycling is important, but is it as important as the card? No. You rarely play more than one of something. 2 of something is normally 3 of something's pretty unheard of, but when it is the card that perfectly encapsulates what you're trying to do, I feel like it's hard to pass up. We'll do this guy. I'm really going to take him out. I don't think he's strong. Speaking of things I don't think are strong enough, same thing with this thing. I mean, it's nice, but let's look at our 16 and 12. Okay. I do want to try to make that stuff as even as possible. We don't need more than one of these. If anything, we do need the swamp cycling. Since it seems we're going to be leaning more into white here. Ooh. Fuck yeah, that is perfect. Zuko conflicted. Yeah, he is. Oh, speaking of perfect, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, another great card for this kind of strategy. A 1-mana removal spell that forces us to sacrifice something in order to use it, which I'm not going to say it's a beneficial for us to sacrifice a creature, but obviously in aristocrat style decks, you gain some value from doing that instead of just pure loss for some incentive, right? So, oh yeah, I'm really liking this. I love a good aristocrat style kind of play. He has. I was like, should I take him out? No, but the beetle-headed thing, yeah, not as good. Ooh, got another one of those. I don't mind having 2 of these, also because like I can play the second one. Oh, and it is enters or attacks. Yeah, so that's really good. So yeah, we want him at some point. And this also confirms that we want 17 lands. So we have a lot in the 4 slot. Fuck yeah, thank you. I mean, obviously, I'd like to have more than one of these, but just one is nice. Helps us filter our lands, and there's a few Earthbend cards that it could give us, some repeatable card draw. We're not going to be able to go infinite or anything off of it, but if we're able to draw one card alone off of a land can be pretty good, especially in limited, and you're getting to the late game and you really need a card, and you're able to trade that in for more value is always a pretty good thing. But then once you start drawing like even 2 cards off a land, 3 cards off the same land, like, see what's the most that we can currently do, because we only have like 2 Earthbend cards, right? That, I know 3 because they're 2 conditional, but then the Sandbender Storm. So at the absolute max, we can draw 4 off of this, but still, there's 3 different cards that can Earthbend, so we could maybe draw twice off that land. And again, the other important part, helps us with our mana. Same thing with Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Not the best removal spell in the world, but it helps us filter, and because we have the 3 tolls, we want to make sure that we've got both mana for turn 2, because that's going to be a big play, and we have plenty of 1 and 2 mana cards as well. Okay. So Oh, that's what I was doing. 17, 14. Okay. Yeah, definitely want him in there. Maybe the Zhong Deserters. I mean, it's not a bad card. It's just it's an underwhelming effect compared to some, and it's hard to cut out anything. Oh wait, yeah, there we go. I was like, speaking of underwhelming effects, this can be a pretty decent combat trick, but this can also just be a pretty lame card that does nothing. And the fact that I don't have anything that's wait, yeah, this too. Okay, yeah, I don't have anything that gives me additional benefits for playing lesson cards. And like the Earthbend 2 and the discard on this is nice, but it's just a little underwhelming. So 16, 12. So we're going to take out a swamp to put in another plains. And I think that's it. Maybe there's something else I'm missing. I do need to be better about going through again real quick, because there's been so many times I'm like, oh yeah, that's good, and then there ends up being some card that I drafted near the end and then forgot that it was just absolute like dog shit. Which is why I try to work on these decks as I'm drafting as well. Oh, what's our curve? I didn't look at that. 2.6. All right, yeah, we are solid. So a lower curve, but again, we have quite a bit at the 4 slot. That is important to push us over the top. And then Tolls of War should help with those clue tokens, drawing us cards that are hopefully not going to get fucked. That's the plan. Amazing. The only issue here is I would wish that was just a regular swamp. Now, obviously, these were all plains, then yeah, that's why we have the dual land. But just because it enters tap and I can't play him for it's fine. And High Bay can sacrifice him to get 2-on-1 counters, and I get a clue token. Not two. All right. And sacrificing a thing gives me a 1/1 ally. So when he attacks, I can sacrifice the 1/1 ally, and it makes another 1/1 ally. It's so fucking good. All right. Play this, and we'll hold up the clue. And it's once each turn. Okay. Making sure it wasn't once each of my turns, because then I would obviously crack the clue right now so that I can get a 1/1 out of it. Yeah, I'm glad I got 3 of these, because that is pretty fucking good. And I was like, oh, it might be a little slow, but then now I'm thinking about it, that is right. I can sacking the clue doesn't just draw me a card, it does in fact also make me a 1/1. So I'm not just a complete sitting duck. All right, we really need another land here. The Magic Gods are here with me today. For now. We try to get all the damage that we can in. And then if they remove him, it makes my 1/1 into a 3/3. So disappointing. Okay. I don't think we have to remove that just yet. We're definitely putting him down. And yeah, we need to put the jealous down. Okay. Honestly, a little surprising to go for the villagers. Obviously, I mean, he is a bigger issue, but this guy can spiral out of control. All right, so what do we want to do here? Try to make this as efficient as possible. So I think we're going to I think we might Path of Redemption the Turtle Duck. I kind of want him to put the mana into that, but I also don't want to leave myself completely open. So we're going to... Is this even that big of an issue? Or is the Turtle Duck a bigger issue? I mean, if he earthbends anything else, then this can get super close. So yeah, sacrifice an artifact and creature. Get rid of top. Auto pay. Get rid of our 1/1. And I have 5. I might just keep this. And he puts the mana into the Turtle Duck. Yeah, so there's no reason for me to attack. Maybe I just draw a card, and then I get another mana, I can just Barrels Blast and play this card. Oh, I can also just put a stun counter. Okay. We're gonna let it resolve, or let him do his scrying. Give him the least amount of information as possible of what we're doing. Yeah, I don't want to say like we got this in the bag, but yeah. I think I'm gonna tap him down, sacrificing this. Yes. Let us do that. Oh wait, yeah, the second thought we're actually not going to attack with him actually at all. Okay, yeah. I was about to say it's looking pretty bad for him over there. Oh, and I changed my avatar to the adventurer just to kind of make people think that I'm like new to the game or something. I don't know. In my mind, it made sense. Like, you know, any kind of like little mental reminder. And I gave myself the title Initiate, so yeah, like really honing in on that fact. All right, so pretty good, except for the fact that we're not going first, but the way coin flips work. Yeah, maybe 1 mana creatures with the Tolls of War, so then turn 3 we're able to sack a clue, get a 1/1, and play a guy. That's annoying. But we can always tap that. I think we're going to do combat first. I'd love if he wants to block, because I'll take this too long. Let's draw the card first. Maybe think through it. And just because at the very least we can block his 2/1 with this guy. And if he is able to make him into a 2/2, we can sacrifice him so he doesn't die, and we get a 1/1 to replace him. think it's both of the lands, sadly. Like, I want to be able to play him at some point, but yeah, we're not getting rid of Path of Redemption. Maybe even the Curious Farm Animals, but the fact that does gain us life as well. Don't have a 1-mana hexproof thing. You motherfucker. At least he is down to 2 cards, so that part's nice. Oh, that's okay. Alright. Yeah, making me discard those 2 cards was pretty crucial. Oh, this is most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. So we're taking at least 6 in the air. And we're technically on a 3-turn clock because I can always keep up 2 to destroy my own artifact. Which, I mean, terrible play, but I mean, you know, just talking about survival here. I mean, if we can get... Now, I mean, even Avatar's Wrath at this point, we still need the 4th land and the Avatar's Wrath. Another fucking flying card? Stop with the flying! And I've said multiple times before that, you know, flying cards win games of limited. Every time. I think we just... I want it to double block, but I don't want him to assign the damage to him. I want to make sure that he's assigning it to him. So we'll do that. But yeah, we need a land in order to block something. Because, yeah. 8 power now. And that's a good game. Yeah, that was a crucial play, having him make me discard 2 cards, because at least if we had the 4th mana to get the buzzard out, we get to, you know, draw a card, have something for the parrots as well. He could have prowess on something, but turns out, I don't think he did have any, did he have any instant speed card that he could have made like a 3-3? I don't think so. So at least it would have slowed down the clock some and given us a chance. Okay. Not a terrible hand. We have our pack 1, pick 1. We don't have anything that really makes him pop off. This is one of the more sus hands to keep. We got 2 4-mana cards and 3 mana, but our curve and everything is looking pretty good right here. If we draw a 1-mana card, that would really help, and then we just need the 4th mana by turn 4. And we, you know, need a card that makes this whole sacrificing thing pop off. Also important. Mulligan, down 6. There's only so many fucking 4 mana cards in this deck. I'm looking at how many there are after this match. I'll try to remind myself. But... okay. We at least got the 4th mana. It'd be disappointing if he just removes this outright now, but you got to play what you have. I'm not going to not put him down. Thinking. Okay. Power 4 greater. So I could hold this up next turn to kill this thing. He's got 6 mana. Yeah, we might. If he taps out and plays like the 7/7 or something. Would double blocking make sense in any universe? Like, he could have something in response. He's got 3 mana. Yeah, no, not. Okay, it seems like he didn't have it. I think this might be the play. That's correct. And also, I'm fine with sacrificing him, because if he's able to kill him, I can bring him back immediately. And then having this guy to basically block the 3/1, because I don't think he's going to block here. If he does, I'm making him indestructible and taking his guy with me. I think he's probably going to tap out to Earthbend 4, which I will kill that, because then otherwise he does not have a 4-power creature. And I thought about sacrificing this to make him indestructible and then killing him to get him back. But I do have 4 mana. Like, I don't want to get rid of him when I... Oh, and then sacrificing him makes him into a 2/2. I gotta remember that as well. So maybe I will actually just do that now, because then I have the 3. Okay, yeah. He is an ally. Okay. I'm not sure why he chose the land over the 1/1 counter. Like, if you're having a deck that's based around having 4 power, then, especially when this guy's 4 power. Alright, so I can give all my guys +1/+1 now. Play him away. I think it's just him. Like, I want to... I think we attack first. Because I can give all my guys 1/1. Okay, now we're assigning combat. We're attacking first, because if he decides to double block, then I will probably pay the 5 to protect my guy, and then take his vindictive warden out. Ooh, okay. So am I actually doing that? Yeah, I'm definitely more afraid of this thing. It's unfortunate because I, like, yeah, no, I have to. I don't want to lose this guy for no reason. Now kind of reconsidering my move there. Just Embittered Work was like the Toll of War, whatever enchantment I have 3 copies of, I played a deck right just because it fits this archetype so well. I'm gonna have to block one of them. Oh, he's got trample, yeah. So there's no reason blocking him anyway. Doesn't do much for us. Oh, now that he has a land creature, he's just a 4/4. Okay, let's go. Don't have a response. Don't have a response. Now I'm kind of... Yeah, okay, that was a bit of a misplay. Okay, one thing I'm thinking of now is that instead of having the token block, I should have had him block. Because if this guy dies, I can bring him back, and then he comes with another token. So that was definitely an error in my ways, thinking that I was like, well, you know, the token. But yeah, no, not exactly sure. All right, well, that fucking blows. I feel like I have to block 4/4. Alright, this isn't completely terrible. So, yeah, we block that. I can sacrifice the Sandbender Scavengers. That makes this a 3/3. I draw a card. Is that worth it? No, I'm thinking this way because I draw a card, I get my 1/1 back that makes another 1/1, so I can block him again. No, I think I am going to play this guy, actually. Reason being, I can double block, unless he has another Earthbend thing. But again, Bitter Word, he's continuing to draw cards. I do need to try to assign blocks to take this fucking thing out. And I wanted to get rid of the Sparring Dummy, but I mean, if he had a 2/3 with Menace right now, that would have also been unfortunate. And the fact that he can just use 3 mana off of that to deal 1 to my face. There was just too much not going right with that. Again, it's going to be a blowout if he has any kind of combat trick or burn spell or anything, which I guess he doesn't because he would have attacked then. Luckily so. Pretty crazy. He's keeping that on the top. All right, interesting. Got a land. Gives him flying. On a turn. I don't think that makes any sense. Like, I feel like just playing him probably makes the most sense. Yeah. We're not doing amazing here. Avatar's Wrath is in the deck, so I mean, we can stall out for long enough just to get that, because that fucks his Earthbend guy here. That'll just become a... wonder what happens when you airbend a land creature. I'm gonna have to look at the wording for airbend, but because I think it's you can cast it on a later turn for 2, which would mean that it just permanently exiles the land. Oh, no. Earthbend, when it dies or goes into exile, it comes back as land. So yeah, never mind. Earthbend was the mechanic that we needed to know how that works. But regardless, it'll get rid of his 4/4 creature. It'll just become a land again. I wonder if they've milled any like big creature that would have been problematic. They did get rid of the redirect lightning. That part was nice. And that. Oop! What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? We are gonna double block this thing. And I'm not gonna... like, he gets Avatar's Destiny back. He doesn't have Trample. So we're gonna get this guy to die to get the 1/1s back. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. he has any way to kill both my creatures, that is also not good. Or a way that his creature doesn't die. Also not good. There's a lot of things right now that are not great about this match, if I'm being honest. Uh-oh, he looked at my thing. Please, somehow don't have anything, don't have anything. I think we Leroy Jenkins. Earthbending 2, so 3. We're 1 mana off. The Earthbending 2, using 2 mana towards this. But I'm not going to spend mana I don't need to, even though I'm going to play, just so my opponent thing. This does have Defender, which is important, which means once he has something with haste, I'm going to be somewhat okay. Oh, wait, what? Well, this is why reading fucking cards is important. That was a 1 creature card mill this way to the battlefield under your control. Fucking god damn it. Read the card, folks. Read the fucking card. Jesus Christ. Well then, I mean, we were pretty fucking boned anyway. Well no, is that entirely true? Because I mean, that swing obviously was for a bunch of damage if we would have just waited a turn to do that. And like jump block with the 1/1 or something. I don't know. I never claimed to be very good at this game, okay? I just enjoy playing it. That's the whole kit and caboodle, alright? After that first game, I honestly thought I was about at like 7-0, if I'm being straight up. Because that was brutal. Most brutal. And then the past 2 games, put back in my place very quickly. Alright, let's see if this ambitious dude is going to get douched. We're starting with the Tools of War this time, so I'm happy about that. A little bit more mana. And then we went first, that would have also been. We're discarding 4 mana card. There's another 4 mana card. I think we go for maximum value and do another Tools of War next turn. Because then each sacrifice I get 2 1/1s. Well, if he is any bit smart, he is going to choose probably the other Tools of War. I honestly don't know why he wouldn't do the other one. Okay. So now, I mean, every sacrifice I get 2 1/1s. Each sacrifice per turn. Important distinction. And we're not even going to combat trick unless I draw a land. But if I don't draw a land, then... Well, no, I think we still do it now, because if I get a 1 mana creature, I want to play it, right? Nope. Don't care. But honestly, I mean that's unfortunate. No, it's just life. I thought it was lifelink and death touch. How many lessons do we have? Just one? Okay. Oh my god. Are you fucking shitting me? Alright. I did not read the fucking card again. I literally, like, the first game was like, let me make sure this doesn't only activate on my turn. And it only activated on my turn. What the fuck, man? I swear I'm not this much of a goddamn amateur. What the fuck? I was looking just at that last line. His ability triggers only once each turn, and not the first sentence of that paragraph during your turn. I was going to take the damage. Now, we'll move to combat first. Even if he does something to like kill him in response, I'm still going to use the trigger to sacrifice something, because I get 2 1/1s to replace the one that I sacrificed. And that's why I was saying, the fact he didn't choose the Tools of War, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, that is the card that is going to snowball. I think we need to Path of Redemption him. It's not looking amazing for us, but I mean, this is pretty solid. I mean, this guy can give all of our creatures 1/1. He gets to sacrifice another thing and become a 9/9. And make 2 more 1/1s. Non-land permanent card. He knew what was in my hand. Like, why did... Oh, it's a lesson. Well, no, but why didn't you Earthbend 2 then? That makes 0 fucking sense. All right. And yeah, we attack out because I don't have 2 blockers anyway. Depending on what they do, I may actually No, I didn't want to do it pre-combat because now I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I could have just done this. Makes that 1/1 and sack that, and the other one could have attacked, but I think this is fine because I also want to hold up the doing the extra 1/1 here. Yeah, so we're going to do that in response. I don't want him to earthbend more. Unfortunately, he killed my my guy who was able to do anthem stuff, but not letting him earthbend even more, also nice. And just getting rid of that guy because if I do want to do Avatar's Wrath, I don't want him to be able to replay that card. And we might even high bay here. Oh, I can Avatar's Wrath. Okay. Do we still attack all out? He can block with the 1/1. He can kill 3 of my creatures. But then I still have 1, put 3 more. Yeah, because we need to get as much through as possible, because Avatar's Wrath can keep him, move everything else in attack phase. Okay, that's what we're doing. And we might actually play this high bay because we can, and I might not even actually kill something on the enters trigger. No, I still, because I do want I want as many counters. I'm going to lose a creature because it's not going to trigger this again, but it is going to push more damage on the following turn, which, yeah, will matter because of Avatar's Wrath, because I can choose the soldier who's going to get his counters to be my guy who remains, and then when he leaves as well, put those extra 2/1/1. So I mean, this is going a bit all in, but I know the 1 card in his hand, so that is in fact the best move that I've got. Yeah, making one of my guys a... Is that the best move that I've got? I just lost quite a few guys. I'm not doing that. If I could have won next turn, sure. But 8 plus 2, 10, 11. And it doesn't let me win. And then he can play this again for 2. Well, not the following turn. Yeah, I do have to remember that second clause there. So I think I choose an ally to remain. He leaves, he becomes a 9/9. And then I can replay him immediately. And I can just keep this one in my hand. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. Oh, they didn't fucking sacrifice a creature. Fuck. Okay, so I did, in fact, have to play him first. Yeah, I had to play him first to get the sack. So I kind of fucked that up. Damn it, man. I knew there was some math that I wasn't mathing right. Unless they have a removal spell, I'm pretty sure I still have this. Because, like, just looking at their 2 mana cards, they play all these right now. And I'm still not in terms of. But yeah, I was definitely playing him first. Would have gotten the extra. Oh no. Yeah, no, never mind. That way actually doesn't work, because then all the other creatures got airbended anyway. So, incorrect. I'm wrong. Now, was I right to play Avatar's Wrath right then and there? Arguable. Arguable. But I hate waiting too long. And see, yeah, like we have this game now. So, yeah, we attack with both. Or we attack with everything, rather. Target creature my opponent controls. Oh, and I don't even have to sacrifice. I only have to sacrifice for the stun counter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I wanted to make sure that I sacrificed one of the ones that wasn't attacking, but yeah, considering they are dead as fuck, we do not have to put a stun counter on our screen. Alright, he's thinking about his life choices. I'm gonna go use the rest of them right quick. Alright, I'm back. Glad my opponent decided not to just run the timeout. As I suspected, Tolls of War having multiple in play is a crazy fucking snowball effect. Also, you know, I should have known that it's only during my turn. I should read these cards a little bit more carefully, would definitely help. But yeah, my opponent choosing the scavengers for me to discard instead of the second copy of Tolls of War. I mean, probably what they're thinking is, oh, well, they already have one in play. So I'm going to, you know, this guy is a crazy value engine, but he's a crazy value engine that's going to take a little bit of time to actually get off, whereas the Tolls of War, just immediately getting another 1/1 is crazy. Okay. Yes. Yes. More yes. Oh, well, we don't need more lands. Roll back. Okay. He might actually just block Zuko. Yeah, that's kind of big. Maybe we're gonna scavengers. Oh wait, yeah, I do have to put him in first to get the extra 1/1 counter. Yeah, we're definitely scavengers. Yes. I think I'm gonna double block. I mean, is he gonna like shock one of these? I mean, I'm still okay. Like if he wants to use a removal spell on a 1/1, I'm still okay with that. Especially for the fact that I'm about to get 2 more 1/1s. Yeah, I mean, that was like the best card that he could have had for that kind of thing. Okay, so play this. And yeah, I think then we hit him for 3 in the face. Because they are taking in a decent bit of damage here. Could also kangaroo. So that if his Zuko wants to come in. Ooh, maybe we kangaroo, yeah, because if his Zuko wants to come in. This is not best ability. Yeah, no, this is best. Draw that card. Especially because they're hurting on mana. And yeah, that Zuko conflicted. He is definitely conflicted. Then next turn he's going to lose another 2 life, and then I go. We don't block here. I think him, yeah, and then I can... Oh, I can even use Buzzard on him. Yes. Do we attack first? I think we attack first. And yeah, he's not going to be able to attack with that. He will immediately take 2 to the face, exile him, and give him. Oh no, okay, I was going to be like, I missed the damage, but he actually blocked regardless, so it didn't really matter. So yeah, Zuko alone did 8 damage to him for me. So he would be at 16 right now, which is, I mean, not an entirely different game, but I think it's fair to say that we have this one. And the fact, not trying to be an asshole, I promise. The fact that they, do I just want 1 mana? 4, 3. Yeah, I can play 2 4/4s. Or I can play him and the Anthem. So yeah, we're... because I think the Anthem effect alone lets me win. Is that correct? I think so. I could sacrifice him. Let me just try to think this all through. Avatars. Okay, no, we're doing this. Because I think this lets me win the game. I think so. So I can attack out. They all get 1/1. He's a 5/5. He'll be a 7/7. And yeah, even if he blocks the... okay. And yeah, I want to sacrifice him. So we're going to use that ability now. Obviously, double blocking here. Yeah, Zuko I'm conflicted about putting that card in the deck. Because, yeah. Really, it's the 2 life thing. If it wasn't for the 2 life thing, I might be like, eh. And obviously, it can hurt your opponent too, I guess. And I suppose also, he could have immediately, well, not immediately, but like his following turn, like given it over to me. I don't know. I can see the potential in that card, but that's super risky. And it definitely made it easier for me to close out the game. But then also, I think I would have won regardless at the end there, even if he didn't do that damage. Okay, we're going first. That's awesome. Keeping 7, we have a turn 1 play. Pulls in 1. Really hoping we get a second. Should I destroy the barrels now? We'll see. If they play another forest and then use that to filter, okay, it doesn't matter. I'll try to maybe mana hose them, but I think we play our 3/3. Yeah, we play it. If he attacks, I think I may double block. What if he gets a +2/+2? Yeah, there's because he played white now. Either way, it's probably not worth it, but whatever. Glad I kept him. another tolls, another tolls. Alright. If we get another Tolls of War, we're in a somewhat decent spot. Also the High Bay, the Panda Spirit thing. You'd be pretty good right here. I want to say probably no matter what, I'm not going to block this turn. I've got enough life. I don't want to sacrifice any creatures when I've got something with an Anthem effect. And yeah, he decided it wasn't worth the trades. That's what we needed. Now we need another sacrifice outlet. We do have this that we can sacrifice next turn to at least draw us a card and trigger our Tolls of War. That's important. We have barrels of our own. So we can get rid of Toph next turn. And here I would chump block the 6/6 because it doesn't have trample and that's a considerable amount of damage. I'm not trying to fight. Didn't matter. Anyway. Okay, so we can get rid of this thing. Yeah, I think you get rid of Toph first and foremost here. Otherwise, we're gonna just keep fucking ripping. Alright, we're gonna be one off from being able to sack that and play this. As much as I want to not let that come through, I'm going to allow it. Alright, now the question is, what do we get rid of? Like, that is a 6/6. I feel like the 6/6 maybe, actually. It's definitely getting rid of him. And then do I attack all out, actually? I lose a creature. At least one. But then that's going to put him down to 10. And I feel like I kind of need to do a little something to exert some pressure. No, I'm going to do a coward. I mean, I can double block him. No, I am attacking. Fuck it. Oh, that's. I was like, I'm still able to attack. Why was I thinking that was an issue? Because I would have gotten through the other way before I sacrificed my creature. are going to double block this thing. Is that the right move? I don't know. Oh fuck. Doing that gives us 3 allies in total. And then I can Fatal Fissure. Yeah, attack all out. Choose one of my creatures and Fatal Fissure, so then I have a 4/4 in the next swing. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then if he chooses to barrels my 4/4, that'll spend all of his mana. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Interesting. That was a better play on their part. The mistake obviously there is I shouldn't have chose the guy who was going to sure kill his thing. Don't want to do it like this, but I don't feel like chump blocking a 2/2 makes sense. I have to, you know, I can't afford to take any more damage. So this is going to be a 1 as well. Alright. Anyone who wastes their time watching the video, comment below where I fucked up. Because I definitely fucked up somewhere, man. Let's see. He's got trample. You really should just attack all out. Because I'm going to have to double block that, because it's going to push through damage otherwise. He's going to cause a damage. But I need to do that because it's card draw and it gives me 2 more 1/1s. But yeah, if he attacks all out, that means I'm not able to kill that. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's make sure that does not have trample. If he can just give his guy like a 1/1 counter, GG. Should I just block with him? Maybe I should. If he uses his last card to try to kill this, it still makes my guy a 3/3. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that. Not sure if that's right. Okay, so he was able to kill my creature regardless. So. I could. Alright, here's the thing. Do I want to kill his creature, or do I care more about hitting his face? That's a tough decision, actually. Because he'll gain life. Yeah, I'll kill the creature. I'm going to be more conservative here. That fucking blows. That's not great. I mean, I'm glad he got at least a land this turn, but the fact he kept the card on top is not good for me. Okay, so as much as I would love to quadruple block this thing, that makes 0 sense. Now I need some kind of sack. Okay. Well then. I think we attack. Yeah, we're going to attack all out first. Because I'm not going to be able to replay my creature anyway. And then, yeah, block the 3/1. He's not able to replay it later. And then the only card that I'm able to play. Alright, I mean, that was a good game, though. I'll give him that. I will give him that. And we got the 3 wins. Not as bad as it could have been. Not as good as it could have been. Like I said, after that first game, I honestly really thought that was about to be a 7-0. Just because this deck seemed to work so well together. And we'll look at it one last time. Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we never even got this guy. And that's just also something that happens with a, best of one. There's going to be cards that you just never see. I mean, we literally did not see him at all. I mean, there's times that you might draw it and, you don't have a chance to play it or something. But yeah, we did not even see him. Everything else we at least saw. Once we did Tolls of War, 2 on the field at once. That was fun. Having all 3 would have been fun. But yeah, I definitely made the correct call in trying to get as many of these as possible. I dare say even fucking 4 of these. I don't know, 5, 6. There's a certain number that you have to be like, all right, now it's way too. You got to be doing something else. But yeah, obviously that does a lot, and it is important to read all your cards and understand what they do. And same thing with your opponent playing cards. Fully read and understand what those cards do. But also, obviously, a cool thing about Limited is the fact that if you know all the cards in the set, you don't have to read as much. Whereas just playing pretty much any other format of Magic, especially with as much as they're releasing. We have 27 packs. Yeah, it's hard to remember all the cards that are out there. So if you're limited to just a single set, yeah, it's a lot easier to know everything and every possible interaction that your opponent could have based on the colors that they're playing and cards in the set and this or that. So yeah, good times. I will do another one of these once I get 10,000 gold. But definitely happy with the overall. I'm gonna crash. Oh, look. And Okay. And Aether Drift back because everyone's favorite set. Through the home fascinating Aether Drift. Everyone loves it. All right, good times. Thank you for joining me. Drew Peoples, People's Collectibles. Until next time.